You painted colours in the sky, made the clouds a tower high. We worship you. You scattered stars with holy hands, dusted rock with golden sands. We worship you. It's a beautiful world out there, simply awesome beyond compare. It's a beautiful world out there, and it's made by you. We bow down, humbled by the world you made, King of love and King of grace. Our voices in wonder and loud and thunder roar. You completely take our breath away. Our simple prayer is this each day. We long for your love, Lord, to hit like a tidal wave, tidal wave, tidal wave, like a tidal wave. You made the mighty oceans roll, stretch them out from shore to shore. We worship you. You breathe the light cascading through, that's a song of joy to you. We worship you. It's a beautiful world out there, simply awesome beyond compare. It's a beautiful world out there, and it's made by you. We bow down, humbled by the world you made, King of love and King of grace. Our voices in wonder and louder than thunder roar. You completely take our breath away. Our simple prayer is this each day. We long for your love, Lord, to hit like a tidal wave, tidal wave, tidal wave, like a tidal wave. For all you've made and all you've done in this place, let praise be sung. For all you've made and all you've done in this place, let praise be sung. For all you've made and all you've done in this place, let praise be sung. For all you've made and all you've done in this place, let praise be sung. We bow down, humbled by the world you've made, King of love and King of grace. Our voices in wonder and louder than thunder roar. You completely take our breath away. Our simple prayer is this each day. We long for your love, Lord, to hit like a tidal wave, tidal wave, tidal wave, like a tidal wave.
Well, what a week this has been. It seems that whichever way you turn, there is danger. Danger of not being able to get what we usually buy in the shops, or worse, not being able to have some of our medication because of Brexit. There are times when it feels that the world as we know it is about to come to an abrupt end. December the 31st is the final day. And then there's the coronavirus. We've all been touched and are still being touched by COVID-19. friends, colleagues, loved ones. So many we know have had the virus or still have it and its repercussions. Reporters are asking politicians, is Christmas cancelled, Minister? Christmas in their eyes is a time of fun and revelry, a time to let your hair down and have a good time after the busyness of the past year. And it's the job of the restaurant manager or pub landlord to make sure that no one is let down. Well, this year there are no pubs or restaurants open, and landlords feel that they are letting their customers down. I wonder, was there, when there was no room in the inn 2,000 years ago, did the innkeeper feel that he was letting Mary and Joseph down when he had to turn them away? But there was a ray of hope. He had a stable they could use. Not clean, but a roof over their heads. The innkeeper's glimmer of light. He made room for Jesus. Lord, as we ponder on the possibilities of a different way of life in 2021, help us not to be afraid of the unknown. We have your ray of hope shining within us because we have made room for you in our hearts. So now we pray that you will shine on us and through us to show others the way to find you, the light and hope of the world.
Good morning, everybody. Here we are again. Hope that you're all doing okay. I think it's fair to say that this morning we probably need a little bit of cheering up. Unfortunately for you, we've got just the right people to cheer us up this morning. This is probably the most exciting Connect that we've done.
I think so.
Even more exciting than meeting the Territorial Commander. In today's Connect, we are going to be going to some of our Ignite kids. So, who have we got? Are you there, guys? Can you give me a big wave if you can see and hear us? Hello.
Oh, wow, what a screen full we've got. So we've got Jacob Martin with some beautiful red antlers on. Hi, Jacob. We've got Micah and Samuel with beautiful matching Christmas T-shirts. Summer's got some lovely reindeer antlers on. Morning, Summer. We've got Max, who's showing me his tummy, which I think is a lovely Christmas T-shirt. It's also a little bit like a Dennis the Menace T-shirt. And Noah, last but not least, with a brilliant elf hat on. And the Christmas tree in the background. Good camera placement this morning, Noah. Well done.
Excellent. Well, as we're going along, we are going to be asking some questions just shortly. If you'd like to pop your comments and encouragements in the comments section for our young people, then we will definitely read some of those out to them. So for our first question, we are going to go to Jacob Martin. And we're going to ask, Jacob, what has been your favourite part of having to stay at home more this year?
I don't have to go to school that much.
You definitely prefer being at home, do you?
Yeah.
But it's got nothing to do with spending more time with Katie or your mum and dad. You just don't want to go to school.
Brilliant. Okay, Jacob, we're going to stick with you for a little while and ask you. Your next question is, why is the Nativity story special to you?
Because Jesus was born and we wouldn't be celebrating Christmas without him.
Wow, that's a fantastic answer, isn't it?
Yeah, lovely answer.
There you go. You heard it here first. Oh, I think we're just getting a little bit of extra sound. So we will go straight to Summer, who I think is... Can you hear us, Summer? Can you give us a little wave? Yeah? Okay, Summer, we're coming to you. We'd like you to answer the question. Who is your favourite character from the Nativity and why?
Mary.
Why do you like Mary?
Because she holds the baby Jesus.
What an important job that is, isn't it?
I like looking after babies.
Yeah.
You like looking after babies. That's a lovely answer. And Jesus, of course, was the most special baby of all, wasn't he? Amazing. Let's ask you another question then, Summer. We want to know, do you have a favourite Christmas song or carol?
Rocking around the Christmas tree.
That's a good one. Is that because you like listening to it or do you like dancing to it as well?
Dancing and singing.
Dancing and singing. I've seen you do lots of dancing and singing before, so that doesn't surprise me.
Absolutely. Rocking around the Christmas tree. Everyone will be picturing you at home on Christmas Day, rocking around the Christmas tree with all your lovely presents from Santa as well.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Thank you, Summer. Okay, let's go to Maxie. I think it was Max's idea to do Connect, wasn't it, Max? Can you hear us? Yep, can you hear us, Maxie?
Yeah.
Hello. Excellent. So, Max, let's ask you, what's been your favourite part of having to stay at home more this year?
Well, I'm usually missing Mummy and Daddy when I'm at school, and it's nice to spend more time with this. And also, my mum at home did phonics, which was literally stories.
That's good. That's really good. I bet staying at home with your mum means you get to do a little bit of extra learning because I know that she's a really good teacher as well. I wonder, Max, have you got a favourite character from the Nativity that you could tell everybody?
I've got 3.
3? Oh, go on then.
The 3 wise men.
Oh, very good.
Why do you like the wise men, Max?
Because my friend Ruben told me there's a song about the 3 wise men, and it goes like this. 3 wise men, 3 wise men, on their way to Bethlehem, 3 wise men.
fantastic. I didn't know we were going to get a solo as well this morning. That was amazing. Thank you, Max. And I think you're probably going to grow up into quite a wise man as well.
I think so.
Do you reckon? Let's hope so. I'm going to ask you one more question, Max, before we go to somebody else. What do you think our church should be praying for at the moment? This is a really important question. All the adults listening are definitely going to
be praying for COVID to go away so that we can start hugging each other again.
Yeah, that's lovely. I think there'll be lots of people who are praying for that today, and especially over Christmas when we're maybe not seeing as many people as we would like to. I think everyone at church will be looking forward to hugs with Max when we get bax again.
Yeah, so if you're listening, everybody get praying so for COVID to go away so we can all hug each other again. That's a fantastic answer. Yeah. Thank you so much, Maxie. Okay, let's go to Samuel and Micah in your matching t-shirts. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi. I love your matching t-shirts. Do your mummy and daddy have matching ones as well? Do we have a full family set?
Yeah.
Yes, I think I've seen some photos of your matching shirts. They look really lovely. Boys, what's been your favourite thing about having more time at home this year? Samuel, do you want to answer that first?
Homeschool.
Homeschool. Has it been mummy doing all of your homeschooling?
Daddy's done a bit of it, but not as much.
Yeah, because daddy will have been at work as well, won't he? Can you tell us something that you've learnt at homeschool then? Can you remember anything?
I can't remember anything.
That's okay.
That's a tricky question. I bet mummy's in the background thinking all these things that I've taught them. Well, we know you've been learning lots and lots.
We do.
I've got a question then for Micah. Micah, who's your favourite character from the Nativity?
The shepherd.
The shepherds. Why do you like the shepherds?
Because I was one.
Because you were one. Were you a shepherd in the Nativity?
Yeah.
Amazing. So you've had the chance to dress up as well. You might have seen me and Matthew having to dress up as shepherds. I think it was just last week. It was very embarrassing, boys. I had to wear a beard and everything.
And we weren't as good shepherds as you were. I remember last year you were brilliant shepherds. Boys, we'll stick with you. I wonder if you've got a favourite Christmas song. Michael, have you got a favourite Christmas song that you like to sing or listen to? Some help from your brother. Jingle bells.
Jingle bells.
That's a really good one.
Do you know, I think usually if you sing Jingle Bells as well, that's usually when Santa appears, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. We'll have to see later as well if he's going to come and join us in our nativity. Samuel, have you got a favourite Christmas song?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
That's a really fun one.
That's a good one. And there's actions to that one. I'm sure you know them. Okay, we're going to ask Sam one more question then. What do you think? We've heard Max's answer. What do you think our church should be praying for then at the moment?
The coronavirus to go away.
Yeah. That's a really good prayer. So lots of our children are ready to hug different adults and see different adults. So we'll make sure that everybody's praying for that. Fantastic. Thank you so much, boys.
Yeah.
Okay, last but certainly not least, I know that Noah's been very excited to come on Connect, which I think he calls the Trotter Show. And we understand, Noah, that you're our biggest fan. So we're very, very glad to be meeting you. So Noah, what has been your favourite part of staying at home this year?
Staying home with my nice family.
Yeah. We love being at home as well. Just time with each other, isn't it? It's been really important. Get to see your family and just have some time together. I want to know if you got a favourite character from the Bible, the Nativity story. Why do you like the shepherds?
Because they travelled to see Jesus.
Yeah, they did, and they were, and lots of people I think that the shepherds were just very smelly, but they were very important, weren't they? They were such an important part. Why is the Nativity story special to you, Noah?
Because it celebrates how Jesus was born.
Yeah, celebrates the most special baby of them all, just like Summer said as well. Fantastic. Favourite Christmas carol, Noah?
Last Christmas, You Gave Me My Heart.
Oh, that's a lovely one. You're brave enough to sing us a bit of it? That's mean to ask, isn't it? There was a
You can
nervous
say
face.
no.
Just kidding, you don't have to sing it for us. That's a really nice one.
Amazing. Well, it's been so fantastic to see all of you. Put your thumbs up if you think you've been really well behaved this year. Oh, we're waiting on Summer. Have you been well? Yeah.
Had to think about it a little bit.
You've all been really, really well behaved. Well, we hope that continues right up until Christmas. I think it's only 5 more sleeps. 5 more sleeps. Max is nodding. I must be right. 5 more sleeps to go. And we're so excited. We hope you have the most amazing Christmas. There's a lovely comment that's just come in from Beth to share with you all. She says, "Thank you so much, Igniters. I feel privileged to be part of this team. You are all amazing." So there's Beth saying how amazing and wonderful you are. Gail has said, "Thank you, kids. You've cheered me up this morning. You are all amazing." Lots of people loving your answers.
Yeah, and I think your mums and dads and grandmas and people who are with you will scroll through some of the comments, because there are lots and lots of lovely things that people have said about you, because we love you. You are a really, really important part of our church. And I think you'll have made people feel really, really happy this morning that they've got to see your faces and hear some of your thoughts about Christmas. And Micah agrees, I think, because he's still giving me a big thumbs up.
Fantastic. Max, great idea to do Connect. It was fantastic. Well done, everybody. Shall we unmute you all and we can shout a big goodbye?
I can say Merry Christmas to everyone who's watching. Can you shout a big Merry Christmas?
Goodbye. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Fantastic. And now we're going to have our announcements from Luke. Bye, guys. Thank you.
See you soon.
Bye.
Good morning, friends. I hope you're well. How can you not be after that? And I hope you're enjoying your time with us at Digital Church. This week, our usual digital activities, church activities, are taking place up until Christmas Eve. And so I have just a few announcements for you today. This evening at 5 p.m, Simon and the young people will be leading our carol service, which includes our very own 2020 Nativity, A Very COVID Christmas. The kids and their helpers have been working hard, and I know we're in for a good time. And on Christmas Day morning, we'll hold a Christmas Day service online at 10:30 a.m. On Sunday, the 27th of December, a service led by DHQ staff will be streamed on our YouTube and Facebook pages. And on Sunday, the 3rd of January, the Territorial Commander will lead the territory in an online Commitment Sunday service. And more details of these will follow on our Grapevine email list and on Facebook. We're still displaying all the Christmas cards we've received as a core on our website. If you'd like to make a donation in lieu of sending cards, then the donations can be made via the gift app or by check. And prayer requests this week. We remember again in our prayers, Eloise, Rebecca, Mark and Imogen. You may have seen Rebecca's comment on online just now, and Eloise and Rebecca are now home and doing well. Please continue, though, to pray for Eloise, Rebecca, Mark and Imogen as Eloise continues to grow and develop. We want to pray as well for Val Brunson. Val was taken into hospital earlier this week and has been diagnosed as suffering from COVID-19. We continue to pray for Val, who has sent a message thanking core members for their prayers. And as we've alluded to in our Ignite Connect session, please also keep in your prayers those whose Christmas plans have changed this weekend. It is a stressful time for all, and we want to remember those who have been adversely affected. We also want to remember Shirley Clowes, who's recovering at home now, having been in hospital following a fall a number of weeks ago. We continue to pray for Shirley. And we also want to remember in our prayers Lillian Norcliffe, who has had a period of illness recently and currently in respite care in Normanton. And we especially want to remember our Ignite kids. We've heard some of their prayers, and we uphold the issues that they have, that they want to pray for, and we uphold them in our prayers as well. It's been great to share with you all again today. I hope you all have a great week, a great Christmas, and we'll continue in worship with the offering song, I'm in His Hands.
I'm
Hi Igniters, I hope you are all okay and keeping up with your countdown to Christmas. We are still very busy getting ready, but not too busy that we can't make time to tell you more of the story of that first Christmas night. We've covered Mary and Joseph, haven't we?
Oh no, we have a lot more stories to tell about them.
Well, don't waste time and start shedding the light then. Hurry up.
Okay, give me time. Okay, so I was doing my nightly round with the local innkeeper, lighting the way for him, when in the distance I spotted my two favourite people, Mary and Joseph. You remember all about them, right?
Joseph is the carpenter and he nearly left Mary holding the baby. But then an angel told him it was God's baby, so he decided to stay around.
Who's telling this story?
Okay.
Anyway, I was telling you about Mary and Joseph before I was so rudely interrupted. So by now Mary must be heavenly pregnant. Oh yes, she is. So we will use gentle lighting on that one girl. And here they are in Bethlehem looking for a place to stay. Let's shine a torch down and find out what's happening.
Good evening, and my name is Nathaniel, and believe it or not, I am an innkeeper. You know, looking back on it, I have a very, very important part to play in this story. Don't believe me? Well, step aside, Mary and Joseph. Let's put this face in the spotlight for a change. See, after Mary and Joseph moved in together, a decree was sent out to everyone in Israel to return to the place of their ancestors. Everyone. See, back in those days you couldn't just pay your bills online like we do now. So in order to keep track of everyone, you had to actually go back to the place of your ancestors. See, Joseph, Mary's husband, you know that guy, was a descendant of King David. And King David was from my town. Can you believe it? Bethlehem. So Joseph had to come all the way from Nazareth to Bethlehem. Mary came with him as well, I guess. And that's when I became the star of the show. And it's when I delivered my now very famous words. There is no room at the inn. I'll show you.
Excuse me, sir. I am Joseph, and this is my wife, Mary. We need a place to stay for the night.
Sorry, buddy, but there is no room at the inn.
Oh, but sir, please. We walked over 70 miles to get here, and Mary is very tired.
Sorry, pal, I can't help you. The place is packed, what with all the visitors and that. There's no place for me to put you or your lass up.
Please, you see, Mary's going to have a baby. It may even be tonight. We need a place to stay, anywhere.
Listen, mate, we all got problems. I'll tell you what. I've got a stable out back. Now, it's quite clear that you two need help. It's not really, but at least it's something to keep out this cold winter air. And for some privacy, I'll throw some clean hay for you. What do you say?
We'll take it, and thank you. You have been most kind. God bless you.
Did you hear that? God bless you, he said. Well, little did he know God was going to bless everyone that night. On that very special night in Bethlehem, the light started to shine just a little bit brighter.
Today's reading tells of the birth of Jesus and is taken from Luke chapter 2, verses 1 to 7. In those days, a decree went out from Emperor Augustus that all the world should be registered. This was the first registration and was taken while Quirinius was governor of Syria. all went to their own towns to be registered. Joseph also went from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to the city of David called Bethlehem, because he was descended from the house and family of David. He went to be registered with Mary, to whom he was engaged and who was expecting a child. While they were there, the time came for her to deliver her child, and she gave birth to her firstborn son, and wrapped him in bands of cloth, and laid him in a manger, because there was no place for them in the inn.
Touch. We're moving on to our fourth candle of Advent. That means Christmas isn't very far away at all. Touch. I wonder what has touched us this year. When we look at the innkeeper, I wonder what touched him on that very first Christmas. I wonder if we can imagine him saying these words. I'll be back in a few minutes with some towels and some blankets. I've already cleaned up a little bit for you in the stable. The midwife is on her way. That might be some of the words that we might have heard from the innkeeper that night if we were around. He was touched by the arrival of Mary and Joseph at his door, and even though he had no room, he decided that he would do something extraordinary and give them somewhere to stay. He could have sent them away. He'd probably sent many people away that night, but something stopped him. Something stopped him in his tracks. Something touched his heart, and he wanted to give something back to them. Somehow their tenderness had been seen by him, and he wanted to return it. Maybe he'd had a real night of it already. Maybe other people had come to the door and had been rude to him, had shouted at him, had hurt him in some way. But this couple were different. He remembered that he'd said to them, I'm sorry, there's no room here. And he'd said it quite a lot of times that night. He'd already put up the no vacancy sign, but people had still knocked. He wasn't going to get much sleep that night anyway. This couple would appreciate anything that the innkeeper could give them. They almost said as much, and he could see it in their eyes. And so he gave them his stable to stay in. Something touched him. Something was different about this couple. Yes, she was heavily pregnant, but I'm sure that she wasn't the only one expecting a baby that night. There were hundreds of people in Bethlehem. I wonder if the innkeeper had a conversation with Mary and Joseph. I wonder if he found out a little bit about their background, their names, where they had come from, what Joseph did for a living. The innkeeper obviously knew that they had come for the census and would have assumed that they had been from the lineage of King David and would have travelled quite some way. He may even have asked Mary when her baby was due, and she would have told him that it was any time now. I wonder if she also told him that it was going to be the Son of God that she would give birth to. I wonder if this is what touched the innkeeper's heart that night. I'm sure Mary told the innkeeper that she definitely hadn't planned on travelling this far, so close to her delivery date. But she had no choice. And I'm sure that she also told him how much she was thankful for him giving up the stable. We are so grateful for everything that you have done for us, for the towels, for the warm water, for getting us a midwife. We just can't thank you enough for everything that you've done for us. Maybe they were some of her words. I'm sure the following morning, after the visit from the shepherds and that bright star that was shining above the stable, the brightest star that they'd ever seen, and it touched the world and made the world a little bit more beautiful than ever before. I'm sure that made a difference to the innkeeper. Now, I know this is a slightly different than normal sermon, and it may be my thoughts and my feelings rather than the innkeeper's, because I'm just imagining what he might have said. There is nothing in the Bible about this man, only that there was no room in the inn on that fateful night that Joseph and Mary needed a place to stay. But if they knocked on this man's door, then I'm sure that he would let them in. He made room. But here's what we do need to know. He opened a place up for Jesus so that he could be born, so that that prophecy could be fulfilled. And I believe that the Holy Spirit compelled him. God tugged on his heartstrings to find room. Now here's a question for each one of us. Have we found room? Or have we turned the Saviour away? All of us at some point in our lives are compelled to let Jesus in. If you have, that's great. If you haven't, why wait? Jesus doesn't ask for much, just to be a friend, a good shepherd, a saviour, a guide, a wonderful counsellor, our King of Kings. All of us have busy lives and lots to do, but each and every day we need to sweep out a corner of our lives so that Jesus can reside there. We need to find a place for him. When Jesus knocks on your door, does he hear, "There's no room at the inn"? Or do you say, "I'll make room for you"? The innkeeper may seem insignificant, but he's not. He's very important. He was touched by Jesus on that first Christmas, and it changed his plans. Maybe not just for that day, even for his whole life. So what about you? What about me? Are we touched by the Christmas story? Are we willing to let it change our plans? No room for Christ? Or plenty of room because he's touched our heart? You know, each of us is an innkeeper who decides if there is room for Jesus or not. When God sent Jesus into the world, he called him Emmanuel, God with us, a place for him. God with you, God with me. We need to make room for Jesus. Our carol says, "Joy to the world, the Lord is come." Emmanuel, God with us. Is there room in your heart today for Jesus? Let's sing this carol together and remind ourselves the Lord is come, and he comes to you today to touch your heart as well. Amen.
Let